how to get rid of the fear of content creation as a business owner. If you have a business of some sort and posting content will help you get more customers or clients, then in this video, I'm going to share to you how to rid yourself of the fear of content creation. Now, for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is KPOV, and I help individuals find their purpose and navigate any fears or obstacles that arise during the process. If you find value in what I do and wish to work with me one-on-one, send me a DM on Instagram or email me in the email in my YouTube bio. Now, you do not actually have a fear of content creation. What you have a fear of is a fear of being perceived. But here's what you must recognize. Your fees are in fact not the business fees. You must create separation. Your fees are not the business's fees. And in fact, what you fear is the fear of being perceived. Now, on this channel in itself, I have maybe 3 or 4 videos that help you navigate the fear of being perceived that I'll link in my bio. And the purpose of this video is not to talk about how to rid yourself of the fear of being perceived. Nonetheless, what you must do is create separation. The fear of being perceived isn't even your fear. It's something that you experience. That's the first distinction we need to make. It is not the fear that we have. It's not even your fear, but it's the fear that you experience. Now, your fears, just for the sake of this video, I'm going to refer to it as your fear. Your fear is not the business fears. You need to create a degree of separation. And I give you the best example to showcase this to you. When you work a job, and let's say you work a job and you have a fear of public speaking. Your boss asks you to make a presentation. You make the presentation, you show it to him, and he goes, I need you to present this in front of our whole department. You are not going to tell him, hey, I have a fear of public speaking. I can't do it. Why? Because you don't want to get fired. You need to pay rent. And there's no way you can explain to your landlord that you're unable to pay rent this week because you're fired from your job because you couldn't do public speaking. You're going to suck it up and do it anyway. Why? You're going to figure out a way to attribute no emotions to the task and you're going to get it done. It's the same for your business. You must understand that once you step into the world of your business, your emotions are not a factor on the task that needs to be completed. You need to show up as an individual who does not have the fear of being perceived and create content so that you can get more clients and more customers and you can make money and be profitable. Right? So how do we go about doing that? Let me propose something to you. I want you to write down on a paper an alter ego. Yeah? An alter ego. Because in actual fact, as human beings, we are actors. Yeah? Method acting is rooted in our DNA. Right? I want you to create an alter ego. And I want you to write down the traits of this alter ego. This individual does not have a fear of being perceived. They are very confident and comfortable in front of the camera. They understand the task that needs to be completed. And they do it with full convictions, without any sense of fear or self-doubt. I want you to assign this individual traits. Traits that the version of you who isn't afraid of being perceived has. Now, when you have created this alter ego, when that camera turns on for you to create content for your business, I need you to turn into this alter ego. Identify with being this individual. And it's going to be very easy for you to do. How many times have you acted before? All the time. I'm sure you act in the shower. You know, you replay your favorite scene in a movie. You know what I mean? Like, you've done it before a million times. Don't make the task more than what it is. Right? When the camera turns on, I want you to become this alter ego. I want you to assign yourself all the traits of this alter ego that you have written down. And I want you to embody them. And understand, for the sake of your business, and for the ability for you to be profitable, yeah, and be extremely successful, just like you want to be. I want you to be one with this alter ego. And, begin to be the method actor. Step into that individual's world. Act as if they think. Be as confident as they are in front of the camera. Full conviction. In fact, if it helps, you can allow your alter ego to be a favorite character in a movie that you like. So, what this allows you to do is allows you to separate your fees from your business fees. Remember what I said, they're not even your fees, you're simply experiencing them. Or you understand that the tasks in your business need to be completed. Irrespective of emotion, you need to learn to factor your emotions out. Anything got to do with money, we need to learn how to factor our emotions out. Right? But easier done than said. But there's a video I have on this channel called 1 Degree of Separation. Right? And I highly recommend this video to anybody in the world, but particularly to you guys. Why? Because in this video, I'm going to give you the gist of it. I explained to you a technique where you can separate yourself from your emotions when you're experiencing an overwhelming emotion. Now, I'll give you an example. Let's say you're driving and somebody cuts you off and you become angry. You're like, damn! And you want to toss them off, right? You want to stick the finger, you want to swear at them. When you catch yourself in that state, I want you to ask yourself, why does the mind feel like this? You see what you did there? You created a degree of separation from your emotions and yourself. Remember, you aren't your emotions. You're experiencing them. You aren't your mind. Well, you have a mind, but you experience thoughts. So you ask yourself, why does the mind feel this way? What that does is it immediately alleviates the emotion that you feel. The anger that in which you feel is alleviated because you've created a degree of separation. And it's an immediate showcase how the emotions that we feel, we experience them, and we aren't the emotions that we feel. And this is something that happens instantaneously. It's not something that you've got to wait and eventually in time the emotion evaporates. No, immediately. The emotion, you do not feel the strong emotion because you created a degree of separation between you and the emotions you feel by separating your mind as a separate entity. Why does the mind feel like this? And then you're able to critically think about the situation and alleviate yourself of negative emotion. Because when you feel negative emotions in general, it is you who suffers, not somebody else. When you feel fear, it's you who suffers and nobody else. And when you do the thing that you fear multiple times, what you come to a realization of is your fear was a mere illusion. It is your perception of the situation allowed you to feel a sense of fear. There was nothing to fear. It was only within your perception. But up until you get to that point, I want you to use the method of the alter ego so that you can create content for your business and create a degree of separation and understand the fears that you may currently identify with aren't the business's fears and that aren't even yours. And also practice the method of 1 degree of separation when you feel an overwhelming degree of emotion. I'll also link that video in the bio. It's been your boy, KPOV. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share with a friend, subscribe if you want. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.